Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, we'll take a look at a different way to fundraise for amateur athletics. That's just ahead.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
I remember when I was a freshman in high school in Detroit, Michigan, it was called Detroit Catholic Central. They took all the freshmen and they bused them to a location on Woodward Avenue, and they said, we will meet you 3 miles down the road in 3 hours. And then we had to go door to door. You know, we had to sell the chocolate bars. And I had to be honest, I think many times they didn't want the chocolate bar, they just were feeling sorry for me. But Jen Conrad is here. She has PlayRaise. Tell us about your company.
Well, Jeff, that's a very common story. Thank you for sharing. I hear that a lot. You know, my son was in competitive hockey, and there was many times that the boys strapped on the jerseys and went door to door. We have this terrible thing called bottle drives up in Canada, and you know, he did a whole bunch of those, and he played hockey for about 15 years, and I saw everything that was coming across the door. So I definitely feel your pain on that one.
Okay, so you have this epiphany. Nobody wants your chocolate bar, so you decided to disrupt the industry.
I did, yeah. You know, I heard people complaining about it during Michael's hockey career, and no one wanted to, it didn't seem anyway that anybody wanted to come up with any better solutions. So I started looking for products that people wanted, for a way to distribute them online so that parents could really buy back their time and kind of reclaim their wallets and their weekends.
I love it. One of the products that has become very popular is your brush, and we're going to put this video up on the screen. This is your lovely daughter, is that right?
That's actually Madison. She's one of my friends. That's great, though. She, yeah, the hairbrush is, it's been amazing. You know, I started building my company in 2017 with one product, and that was actually the product. Just a simple hairbrush, but it's amazing.
Okay, what makes the hairbrush so unique?
Well, there's a little bit of science and a little bit of magic to it. It's got a curved paddle. There's acrylic bristles and boar hair bristles, and it massages your scalp and makes things easier to comb through. Anybody who's ever battled with their wild-haired child before getting them out the door will understand the importance of a good brush.
I was watching one of your videos where you were saying your daughter tried it for the first time, and she says, "Mom, you're not getting this back?"
She did. She did. Yeah, it was pretty much her whole life until she was an adolescent to get her to brush her hair. She had a super sensitive scalp, and we had a brush graveyard of all the ones that we tried, and we'd buy everything. She'd use it. It would get stuck. She'd battle for an hour to get it unstuck, and then throw it under the sink in the bathroom. And when I brought this brush home, she combed it through and combed my hair first, of course, to see if it was safe for her. And she ended up combing hers, and she grabs it and she tucks it under her arm. She goes, "Mom, I'm going to need one of these for Dad's house too. Like, you're not getting this thing back." And that kind of sparked the whole company.
I love it. I saw on your website or maybe social media you brushing a horse's mane with it.
Yeah, that's our horse. This brush is so amazing. The dogs love it, cats, even horses. And so Sarah and I were at the barn one day, and her horse's name is Lola, and she goes, "Okay, can you brush through the tail?" And I've never done that before, so I don't have any metric about how long this is supposed to take or kind of what's involved. And I come to her about, I don't know, less than 2 minutes later, and I said, "Oh, okay, like, I'm done." She goes, "There's no way that you're done." I was like, "Bro, I promise you I'm done." And apparently it takes a really long time to brush the mane, and this just whipped right through it. So
you know that so many people are watching this right now saying, "I need that brush." so let's
go happens, yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and take a look at your store, and we're going to slowly go down the page. Maybe just give a commentary on it. You specialize in beauty products?
Well, kind of. We've got 4 or 5 different product suppliers on there right now. Our website puts things on by order of how often they get viewed. So they get on the homepage based on that. So we've got a couple of suppliers based out of Phoenix. We've got a great line of Dead Sea mineral salt and mud, so like body care and things like that. We've got a phenomenal line of nutrition. It's actually, Informed Sports Certified Nutrition.
It's okay.
That was a mouthful.
That's a mouthful.
Which means that even Olympic athletes taking this could produce a clean test if they needed to. So it's great to have some clean organic nutrition. And we actually just partnered with iceshaker.com, Chris Gronkowski. I met him, and he's got these great insulated shaker bottles and water bottles, double insulated, keeps your stuff hot or cold. So it's been so great. So we just brought him on, and branded team apparel is coming next. Wow. And then a clothing line and some housewares are coming in the next couple
let's talk
of
about
weeks.
some of the benefits. So the young person who might be selling this, are they just guiding people to the website, or do they actually physically stock it?
Great question. So in order to kind of buy back the time of the families, I moved everything from paper and physical deliveries. I moved everything online. So PlayRaise takes care of all of the logistics, Jeff. We do all the ordering, all the money collection, and then direct distribution right at the time of order. So really the players and parents kind of become advocates for the team campaign. And instead of knocking on doors, now they're, tagging people on social going, hey grandma, please support the fundraiser. Hey auntie, hey friend. And the cool part is we're really expanding the donor reach, because it doesn't just have to be people on your street or at your office or, within your school. We can, friends in different countries or different states, even different continents, we can ship to them.
It seems like a very easy sale to a high school or an athletic team. What's been the reaction so far?
It's actually been amazing. What we're finding is that because everything's online and everything's driven, we do like done for you social posts and everything. So the coaches are saying, can we actually get everyone in the league to do this at the same time? Or they're referring us not just to maybe, the volleyball team or basketball team at the school. They're referring us like our library needs some money, and our other programs are looking to do it as well. So we're getting a lot of referrals. It's been amazing.
And how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this in Dallas for a couple years. I started it in Canada when I lived there. In 2017, the company all kind of came together and we launched our first campaigns then. Everything was the hard way back then, no tech, but I've learned and grown since then, learned a lot.
Well, you should be very proud. How big do you see this thing getting?
Well, that's a really great question. I have my biggest, role in life is a vision caster. So I see this thing being huge. I want to be able to really, save other parents that are coming up in sports or have been in sports for a while really buy their time back, because fundraising is not fun when it consumes your evenings and weekends for the entire season, right?
And I applaud you for your vision. I saw a video from Mark Zuckerberg. He was being interviewed as a young college student on CNBC, and they said, how big do you see this getting? And he says, one day I can imagine 1 million Facebook users.
Oh, wow.
And that was as big as he could dream. So yeah, this could be worldwide, couldn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah. It's in our financial plan to go global in year 3.
Outstanding. Yeah. Well, you've been an amazing guest. We're going to end with your website, which is PlayRaise.com. Jen Conrad, thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks so much for having me, Jeff. It's been a pleasure.
That's it for now. We'll see you next time.